A peek into 4-H public presentations, presented by Lynette S.K., 4-H educator, Oneida County. Why do we encourage our youth to participate in public speaking? Because fear of public speaking can prevent you from taking risks to share your ideas, to speak about your work, and to present your solutions to problems that affect many people. And as a result, it can affect how much you grow personally and professionally and how much impact you can have. At the same time, any negative public speaking experiences will make it less likely that you will speak in public in the future. Fear teaches you to protect yourself from risky situations. As with anything else, experience builds confidence. When you don't have a lot of stage hours under your belt, you are more likely to experience fear of public speaking. The people who work on their skills instead of relying on natural talent are the speakers who stand out most. There are many different approaches to enhancing this skill set and increasing competence in public speaking. Increased competence leads to an increased confidence, which is an effective antidote to fear. The many benefits of sharing information and ideas in public definitely outweigh the need to protect ourselves from the horror of having to speak in front of others. The next logical question is, how do we conquer this fear? How do we conquer this fear? Learn how to put your body in a calm state. Relaxation techniques involve learning to control your breathing, to lower your heart rate, and to lessen the tension in your muscles. These techniques work best when paired with gradual exposure to public speaking. Shift your focus from performance to communication. Train yourself to see public speaking as a situation where you are communicating with people something that you think they will enjoy or benefit from. Practice, practice, practice. The more prepared you are, the less worried you will be about being nervous. The more you practice, the less likely you will be at forgetting your lines or losing your train of thought. Seek out more opportunities to speak. Whether you are working on your body response to fear, your view of yourself as a speaker, or your general approach to public speaking, the more experience you get, the more confidence you'll gain. What to expect at the County Public Presentation event. Go to our website and look for the green clover, where you will click and register. Typically, you can choose the time of your presentation when you register. Come to CCE about 15 minutes prior to your schedule, as you will have some paperwork to complete. In fact, feel free to come early or stay late to watch the other presenters. A table and easel will be provided. Please don't use flimsy poster board, it won't stand up. Use foam core or cardboard, it is sturdier. We do not supply computer equipment or guarantee internet access. Volunteer evaluators will sit at a table directly in front of the presenters. Someone will introduce your child, which is why you do not start your public presentation with, "Hello, my name is." In horse communications, you do introduce yourself. As soon as your presentation is over and the judges are finished asking questions, you may start taking down your posters and props. When the judges have finished their paperwork, they will speak directly with your child. Judges understand that 90% of their job is to encourage. The other 10% is to offer suggestions on how to improve. No one should ever leave feeling that they have been negatively evaluated. Room hosts or hostesses will instruct you as to when your child should start setting up for their presentation. Youth may have no help setting up. Being a room hostess is an excellent opportunity for youth who have never done presentations to see what the event is all about and to view the different types of presentations their peers do. Room hostesses read off a card and present the presenter. Our next presenter is, the title of his presentation is. Youth will learn their score and receive their award and paperwork in the mail. Youth who earn a blue ribbon may qualify for the district event. What to expect at the District Public Presentation event. The District Public Presentation event is held at CCE Oneida and is very similar to the county event, except that youth from Oneida, Madison, Oswego, Onondaga, and Herkimer send their best presenters to participate. If your child qualifies for the district event, you will get an invitation and instructions in the mail. Top presenters at the district event will qualify to participate in the Communications Institute at Cornell University. The 4-H Communications Institute is a 2-day event held on Cornell University's campus for 4-Hers to learn about communication skills and hone their public presentations in front of youth and adult advisors. This event is open to those youth who are doing horse communications as well as those participating in public presentations. Youth will actually stay on campus and work with the Cornell Communications Department. This is highly recommended for junior and senior high school students. Please contact me if you are interested in attending. What types of presentations can you do? Demonstrations and illustrated talks both use the same evaluation sheet. Demonstrations are a way to teach others how to do or make something. In a demonstration, the presenter shows and explains each step of an activity. A finished example of what has been demonstrated is usually displayed at the end of the demonstration. Illustrated talks are a useful way to explain a topic if animals or equipment necessary for the presentation are too large or are too hard to handle in front of an audience. The presenter depends on models, posters, or charts to explain his or her topic. A finished example is not required in an illustrated talk. In both a demonstration and illustrated talk, youth must have and refer to a poster as part of their presentation. This could be as simple as pointing to your poster that has your title written on it. Demonstrations and illustrated talks are the most common presentations done. They are perfect for Cloverbud and first-time presenters. Those who have done presentations for several years are encouraged to spread their wings and do other forms of presenting. Speech. Think of a speech as something persuasive, why we should or shouldn't limit the time youth spend on their cell phones. The presenter must write the speech. They can cite quotes and reference statistics in their speech, but they may not use any form of poster or props. Recitations and dramatic interpretations does allow props. If the youth wants to dress up like Abraham Lincoln and recite the Gettysburg Address, they may do so. They will need to supply the evaluators with a copy of the work they are reciting so the evaluators can follow along. Length of presentations. This depends on the skill level of the youth and the number of presentations they have done in the past. If the child has at least one presentation under the belt, correspond the age of the child to the length of the presentation. If you are 8 years old, your presentation should be at least 8 minutes. If you are 16, your presentation should only be 15, as the maximum length is 15 minutes. Anticipating every question you may have regarding public presentations would result in a presentation that would drag on for hours. We do have some valuable resources online that will help you and your child. Click on our website, look under Public Presentation Resources, and we have the following: Public Speaking Made Easy, Food Demonstrations. And if you want to take your presentation up a notch, I suggest you review the guidelines and evaluation forms. Learn what the evaluators are looking for. What do all presentations have in common? They have a title. Make it interesting and relatable to your topic. An introduction. This is where you tell people what you're going to talk about. The body is where you share information, instructions, and facts. Closing, sum things up. Citing references. I use the following resources to create my presentation. Cite 2. Answering questions. At the close of every presentation, you must ask the judges if they have a question. You must repeat the question back. All posters should be easily read from a distance and not have spelling mistakes. Youth should not read off their poster. The poster should be used as a guide during the presentation. Believe it or not, the poster on the left could be used by a Cloverbud or older youth. Either way, the youth would stand beside the poster, point to the various parts, and discuss those parts. Cloverbuds might simply say the names. Older youth could elaborate. The dog's tail is used as a mean of communication. A wagging tail means happiness. A tail tucked between the legs could mean they may be embarrassed, upset, or scared. Older youth should have practiced and researched their topic enough that they are able to explain the different dog parts without the use of note cards. If note cards are used, youth should not read from them. Choosing a topic. When choosing the topic for your presentation, there are two schools of thought. Choose a topic that you know about and feel confident in, or choose a topic that you want to learn about. Either is acceptable. For Cloverbuds ages 5 to 7, do something simple like my dog or things that are in a first aid kit. Remember, Cloverbuds are never scored. They will earn a participation ribbon or certificate. Older youth could do the same topic, but they would be expected to add more information. If you plan on applying for a project medal, then I suggest you choose a topic that corresponds to that project medal. For example, things that are in a first aid kit would be a perfect presentation for a safety medal.
Hi, my name is Kylie Tennant, and I am your room hostess for 4-H County Public Presentations. Sitting at the desk is our volunteer judge, Miss Smith. Thank you for helping today, Miss Smith. Our next presenter is Alexis Tennant. Alexis is 14 years old and in the Wild Rangers 4-H Club. This is her second public presentation. The title of her presentation is about Diesel. Take it away, Alexis.
Hi, my name is Alexis Tennant. I am 14 years old and in the Wild Rangers 4-H Club. Today I'm going to talk to you about diesel. Diesel is a fossil fuel. As with all fossil fuels, its use causes environmental damage. CO2 emissions from the burning of fossil fuels is claimed to be creating drastic climate change. Glaciers are melting, sea levels are rising, hurricanes will be more severe, and polar bears are going to starve. Diesel is very depressing.
Wait, stop. If this was really public presentations, I wouldn't be stopping things. But Alexis, you can do better than that. You know that you shouldn't reintroduce yourself. I already told everyone your name, how old you are, what club you're in, and what the title of your presentation is. And what's with the voice? Are you trying to put people to sleep? You need to speak up so people can hear you. Stop mumbling and be excited. Your topic isn't important. Let's try it again. Take it away, Alexis.
Today I'm going to talk to you about diesel. Diesel is a fossil fuel. As with all fossil fuels, its use causes environmental damage. CO2 emissions from the burning of fossil fuels is claimed to be creating drastic climate change. Glaciers are melting, sea levels are rising, hurricanes will be more severe, and polar bears are going to starve. Diesel is very depressing. But I'm not here to talk just about depressing diesel. I'm here to talk, as I flip my poster around, about Diesel, my dog. Diesel was my birthday present from when I turned 8. We have spent many happy hours playing and sleeping together. He is a Rottweiler. According to the American Kennel Club website, www.akc.org, Rotties, as they are sometimes called, should weigh between 95 to 100 pounds. Diesel weighs 120. He should be 24 to 27 inches tall at the shoulder. He is 26. He was bred to be loving, loyal, and a confident guard dog. We chose the name Diesel because it implies strength, like a tractor-trailer's diesel engine. I hope that now whenever the Environmental Protection Agency, www.epa.gov, talks about the dangers that fossil fuels like diesel is causing, that you will remember that not all diesel is depressing. Do the judges have any questions?
Have you taught Diesel any tricks?
Yes, I have taught Diesel tricks. He knows how to sit and shake. Are there any more questions?
No, no more questions at this time. Thank you. I will call you back up in a minute.
Great job, Alexis. You can now take down your props, and the next presenter may start setting theirs up. Remember, participants may not have any help setting up their presentation. Even if you are using a computer for your presentation, you must set up and hook up things by yourself. Always be prepared if you are doing a presentation that requires electricity or you forget a prop, you need to be prepared. One time the electricity went out while someone was using a food mixer and their computer crashed during a PowerPoint presentation. Good thing they brought a spoon and handouts.
Alexis, come on back up so we can quietly talk. I enjoyed your presentation very much. I loved the way you had a clever title that didn't give away the surprise that you were going to talk about more than diesel fuel. I liked how you did half your talk on diesel fuel and the other half on your dog, that you wove your resources into your talk rather than just listing them at the end. I like that you used your voice appropriately. When you were speaking about diesel fuel, you were more serious than when you were talking about your dog. I liked how your closing statement about diesel fuel being depressing remind me that the first part of your talk was about a very serious subject, and you didn't read off note cards, so I can tell you have been practicing. I also liked how you repeated the question I asked back. That ensures that both you and the audience know what the answer and the question was. I think you did a great job, and I hope you continue doing public speaking. I'm going to offer you 3 suggestions. Number 1, make your presentation a bit longer. For someone who has done this before, a good rule of thumb is to speak for the same amount of time as your age. Since you are 14, I would expect you to speak for 14 minutes. You can do that by elaborating more on why the polar bears are going to starve or why weather patterns are changing. Try to be a bit more professional in your dress. A nice pair of pants and shirt would be better than a hoodie and slippers. And finally, smile more. You did a great job. Things to remember. Presentation should be a minimum of 5 minutes and a maximum of 15 minutes. Note cards may be used at the discretion of the presenter. A poster may be used as an outline. Please remember, if you have a poster, you must use it during your presentation. Presenters should be well groomed. Dress should be appropriate to the topic, as well as attire that allows for a clip-on microphone. Presenters may have no help setting up, but may have help taking down. Do not use containers showing brand names. Use a separate container or cover the product name. Sources of information must be given. Presenters with special needs have the option of informing the evaluators. And smile. Evaluators are really nice people and they know exactly how you feel. Evaluator comments are to help you, not to criticize you. When doing food demonstrations, please remember that long hair must be secured or in a net. Actually measure at least 2 ingredients, one dry, one liquid. The others may be pre-measured. Presenter must state that the ingredients have been pre-measured. Use transparent containers. If using a mixer, a towel under the bowl will deaden the sound. Include nutritional, storage, buying, or other information as well as how-to. Have recipe copies available for the audience. Gloves must be worn on all food preparation and demonstrations. This means all foods, whether for human or animal consumption. Wear clothes appropriate to the kitchen. Aprons are optional. If you choose to use a computer to do your public presentation, there are some guidelines to consider. 4-H does not supply projectors or computer equipment the day of the event. Not all offices have projectors or computer equipment that they can lend out. Check with your educator. If you do borrow equipment, you need to bring it to the event. You need to know how to use it and set it up. You may have no help from anyone when setting up your presentation. We do not guarantee that there is internet access. Your presentation needs to be backed up on your computer and should not need to connect to the internet. Make sure you have printouts of your presentation in case something happens to your computer or the power goes out. Review the judging and evaluation forms. There are some specific points evaluators are looking for. Now, why do we seem to be so strict on computer use when we're doing public presentations? We do want to encourage youth to use this. However, we need to be fair to other youth that are doing presentations. If somebody comes to do a presentation and they're doing a food demo on mixing something and their mixer dies, we cannot supply them a mixer, and that's no different than if you're doing a presentation and your computer dies. So you need to be prepared. That's why, as much as we encourage you to do a PowerPoint presentation, sometimes things do go wrong. We have had times at public presentations when the power has gone out, and we have had somebody at district public presentations where their computer did crash right in the middle of it, and they had no way to finish their presentation. So these things do happen. They happen in real life all the time, and that's part of learning about doing public presentations. Again, you learn to be prepared. So as much as we sound like we're being really strict and hard when it comes to the computer and using public presentations, we're just trying to keep it fair for those of us who are also using different kinds of electrical equipment that we are not able to provide. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to talk to your educator. So why do we encourage our youth to participate in public speaking? Because poor communication skills and lack of confidence in sharing one's thoughts or ideas can adversely affect personal, professional, and educational advancement. Providing positive, evaluated feedback allows youth to gain confidence in their abilities, organize their thoughts in a logical way, and challenge themselves to do more and be better. Because the more often they do public speaking, their attitude will shift from, "I don't know how to do it," to "I can."